Welcome back to our channel, Top 10s You Should Know. Let me ask you something powerful. How many dreams, goals, or opportunities have you let slip away simply because fear whispered, "What if you fail?" Fear is one of the most universal human experiences. It stops us from speaking up, starting something new, or stepping into the unknown. But here's the truth: fear is not your enemy. Fear is a compass. It points to the very places where growth and transformation live. Today, we're going to uncover the top 10 ways to overcome fear and take action so you can stop standing on the sidelines of your life and finally step into your potential. The one, name your fear out loud. The first step to conquering fear is to stop letting it lurk in the shadows. When you name your fear out loud, you strip it of its mystery and power. Instead of thinking vaguely, "I'm scared," say specifically, "I'm afraid I'll embarrass myself if I speak up in the meeting." Once you've named it, you can challenge it. Most fears lose their grip once exposed because your brain can begin separating facts from feelings. Fear thrives in silence, but when you speak it, you shrink it. Remember, you can't fight what you won't face, so start by facing it with words. 2. Break fear into small steps. Fear feels overwhelming because we look at the mountain as a whole instead of the first step. When your mind sees the entire challenge, it freezes. But if you break it down into smaller, manageable actions, the weight of fear lessens. Want to start a business? Don't begin with the whole vision. Start with researching one idea today. Want to speak on stage? Start with practicing in front of a mirror. Action in small doses builds confidence, and confidence dissolves fear. Instead of all at once, tell yourself one small step today. That's how mountains are climbed. 3. Visualize success, not failure. Most people let their imagination run wild with what ifs. What if I fail? What if I'm laughed at? What if it goes wrong? But the same brain that creates those horror scenarios can create visions of success. Visualization is a powerful antidote to fear. Close your eyes and picture yourself succeeding, feeling calm, confident, and proud. The brain doesn't fully distinguish between imagination and reality, so rehearsing success in your mind makes it easier to live it in real life. Fear is fed by negative imagination. Starve it by imagining the outcome you desire. 4. Reframe fear as excitement. Here's a secret most high performers know. Fear and excitement feel the same in the body. The racing heart, sweaty palms, butterflies in the stomach, those sensations can mean terror or anticipation, depending on how you label them. Instead of saying, "I'm so nervous," try saying, "I'm excited." This tiny reframe tricks your brain into embracing the energy of the moment rather than resisting it. Suddenly, fear transforms into fuel. Remember, every time your body reacts, it's not trying to stop you, it's preparing you. 5. Collect evidence of past courage. When fear says, "You can't," you need to answer back with proof that you already have. Think of the times you were scared but acted anyway. The interview you nailed, the move you survived, the hard conversation you handled. Write them down, create a courage file, and revisit it when fear shows up. Fear makes us forget our strength, but your history is filled with evidence that you're braver than you realize. Every time you remember a past victory, you remind yourself, "If I did it then, I can do it now." 6. Stop waiting for fear to disappear. One of the biggest lies we believe is that we need to feel ready before we act. But readiness never comes. Fear never fully leaves. If you wait until you feel zero fear, you'll wait forever. The truth? Courage is not the absence of fear. It's acting despite it. People who achieve great things don't lack fear. They've learned to move forward with shaky hands, racing hearts, and uncertain steps. Fear is not a stop sign. It's a green light saying, "Go, this matters." 7. Learn to control your breath. Fear hijacks your body first. Shallow breathing, tight chest, pounding heartbeat. When your body is in panic, your mind follows. But if you control your breath, you control your state. Practice slow, deep breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. This simple act signals your nervous system that you are safe. It calms the storm inside and clears the fog of panic, making space for action. Your breath is the anchor that keeps you steady when fear tries to pull you under. 8. Surround yourself with courageous people. Fear grows when you're isolated, but it shrinks in the presence of people who inspire bravery. Surround yourself with those who encourage risk-taking, who remind you of your strengths, who push you gently forward when you want to retreat. Courage is contagious. When you see others facing their fears, it gives you permission to face your own. Build a circle of people who lift you, not ones who reinforce your doubts. The voices around you become the voices inside you. Make sure they're voices of courage. 9. Focus on service, not self. One of the most underestimated ways to shrink fear is to shift the spotlight. Most of the time, fear paralyzes us because we are stuck inside our own head. What if I mess up? What if people laugh? What if I fail and they never forget it? It's a loop of self-obsession, and the more we replay it, the scarier everything feels. But here's a mindset shift that top leaders, speakers, and changemakers use. Stop asking, "How do I look?" and start asking, "How can I help?" Let's say you fear public speaking. Instead of walking onto the stage thinking, "Don't mess this up," walk on with the thought, "If even one person in this room hears something today that helps them, I've done my job." Suddenly, it's not about your image, it's about your impact. And here's the beauty. When your mission becomes service, fear loses oxygen. It's hard to be self-conscious when you're being purposeful. 10. Act before you overthink. Here's something powerful to remember. Fear feeds on hesitation. The longer you sit with a decision, the louder the voice of doubt becomes. You've probably felt it. That moment you're about to hit send on an important email or step into a room to introduce yourself, and then suddenly the inner critic screams, "Wait, what if it goes wrong?" You pause, you think, and before you know it, you've convinced yourself not to act at all. Overthinking magnifies every negative possibility until even the smallest step feels impossible. The cure? Shorten the gap between intention and action. When you feel the pull to do something important, act quickly. Don't give fear a chance to negotiate. If you've decided to talk to someone, walk up before your brain scripts 20 reasons not to. If you're scared to post your work online, hit upload before perfectionism drags you back. Action is the antidote to fear, because once you move, your brain realizes the monster wasn't as big as it seemed. And the best part? Every small action creates momentum, and momentum builds confidence. Suddenly, that one email turns into an opportunity, that one handshake into a partnership, that one post into an audience. And there you have it, the top 10 ways to overcome fear and take action. Fear is not something to run from, it's something to lean into, because on the other side of fear lives growth, freedom, and the life you're meant to live. Remember, courage isn't about having no fear, it's about choosing to act anyway. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's one fear you're ready to face starting today? And what action will you take toward it? Share it in the comments below, because your story might be the spark someone else needs.